Have you ever caught yourself doing something completely irrational and then paused, thinking, why on earth did I just do that? We all perform strange, almost ridiculous behaviors that serve no obvious purpose. But here's the craziest part: we never stop to question them. Why do we laugh when we're terrified? Why do we open the fridge over and over expecting, what? That something new magically appeared? It's bizarre, it's illogical, and yet it's profoundly human. Today, we're going to dive into these strange little quirks. Not to shame them, not to mock them, but to understand something essential. Being human is not about being logical. It's about being beautifully, wonderfully, imperfectly irrational. Let's start with one of the most absurd behaviors of all: laughing when we're nervous, the feeling. You're in a tense meeting, someone says something awkward, and suddenly, there it is, a giggle escapes. Why? It doesn't solve the problem. It doesn't make you safer. If anything, it makes things more awkward. But your brain doesn't care. It's like your mind is saying, hey, I don't know what to do right now, so let's laugh. It's an instinct, a release valve. But is it logical? Absolutely not. And that's the beauty of it. Our brains evolved not just for survival, but for coping, for navigating an unpredictable, sometimes terrifying world, even if that means doing things that make no sense at all. Now, let me ask you this. Has a song ever gotten stuck in your head for hours or even days? You didn't choose it. You didn't want it, but there it is, looping endlessly like a broken record. Scientists call this an earworm, and it's one of the most bizarre cognitive glitches we all experience. What's the purpose? No one knows for sure. Some say it's your brain's way of completing an unresolved loop. Your mind is trapped, desperately trying to find closure. But does it help you? No. Does it make you more productive? Definitely not. But it happens, over and over again. Because, again, humans aren't machines. We're not programmed for perfect logic. We're messy, emotional, quirky creatures. And, sometimes, that's exactly what makes us interesting. Now, here's one you've definitely done. You're walking down the street and from a distance, you spot someone you know, and instead of waving, instead of saying hi, you look away, pretend you didn't see them, maybe even cross the street. Why? Why do we avoid social contact? Like that, it makes no sense. We are social creatures. We crave connection. We need relationships. But we also fear judgment. We fear awkwardness. We fear rejection. So instead of risking an uncomfortable interaction, we choose avoidance. Even when that means pretending we didn't just make eye contact with someone we've known for years. It's strange. It's irrational. But it's real. And that brings us to another quirk that I personally find hilarious. Sticking your tongue out when you're concentrating. Have you ever noticed that? You're cutting something carefully, assembling furniture, writing, and suddenly, there it is, the tip of your tongue, poking out. Does it help? No. Is it necessary? Not at all. But it happens, because somewhere deep in our evolutionary past, perhaps that movement helped. Coordinate fine motor skills. Or maybe it's just a bizarre reflex. Either way, it doesn't make sense. But it happens, all the time. Here's another one, and this is universal. Superstitions. Knocking on wood. Avoiding walking under ladders. Carrying a lucky charm before a big exam. We know logically that these actions have no real effect. They don't change the outcome. But we do them anyway, because they give us something else. A sense of control, a sliver of comfort, an illusion of influence in an uncontrollable world. And honestly, sometimes that illusion is enough, because life is uncertain. The world is unpredictable, and these little rituals, these tiny behaviors, they ground us. But are they logical? Of course not. And yet, we keep doing them. Let me share one that I'm absolutely guilty of. Making lists of things I've already done. You know what I'm talking about. You sit down, open your notebook, and write: 1. Wake up. 2. Make coffee. Check. It feels good, right? But here's the thing. You didn't need to write those down. You already did them, so why bother? Because crossing things off a list gives us a sense of progress. It makes us feel accomplished, even when we're not actually moving forward. It's a psychological trick, a dopamine hit, an illusion of productivity. But is it logical? Not really. Yet we all do it, because it feels good, because it keeps us moving, because sometimes the illusion of momentum is enough to create real momentum. And finally, the most pointless behavior of them all, opening the fridge over and over. Even when you're not hungry, you know exactly what's in there. Nothing's changed since the last time you checked 5 minutes ago, but you open it again, just in case. Why? It's not about the food, it's about comfort, it's about distraction, it's about searching for something, anything, to break the monotony. The fridge becomes a metaphor for life itself. We keep checking, hoping for something new, something exciting, something unexpected. But most of the time, it's just the same old leftovers. And yet, we keep looking because we're human, because we hope, because deep down we crave surprise, even when we know it's unlikely. So, what does all this tell us? That humans are irrational? Yes. That we act without logic? Absolutely. But also, that we are creatures of instinct, emotion, and habit. And that these strange little quirks, they make us who we are. They remind us that being human is not about being perfect. It's about being curious, hopeful, vulnerable, and yes, a little bit ridiculous. So the next time you laugh nervously, or write "make coffee" on your to-do list, or open the fridge for the 10th time, smile. Because that's just you being human. And that is something worth celebrating. If you enjoyed this dive into the wonderfully bizarre world of human behavior, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments, what's the strangest, most illogical thing you catch yourself doing? I can't wait to read your stories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.